Good morning, friends. Just woke up here in my first morning in Paonia, Colorado. And something to know if you're going to come visit here. Don't let this be a detractor for you, but there is no cell service in Paonia. You'll get the occasional 1 bar of service, but it's not enough to actually do anything with. Because there's no cell service, pretty much every business has Wi-Fi, so you can get your service that way. Last night, I stayed at the grocery store in town, because if I parked right next to their building, I was able to get Wi-Fi connection. But this morning, I'm going to start my day off with getting some coffee. Here's a quick view of the main street. We'll walk it in more detail later, but just a quick little spin around Main Street is right here. I can tell from my ramblings that I really need my coffee. I was hanging out with some locals at the Mexican place last night, and we ended up doing a couple of tequila shots together, so I'm eating some black coffee. Man, it's awesome to see a Corvair in that good of condition. Generally, when you see Corvairs, they're just all roached out. So here we are on 3rd Street, which is one of the bookends of the downtown area. And off of the main street, you can find, on either side of the main street, you can find a couple blocks of businesses that are off the main drag. Like what we just saw there was a small bistro. Now we're coming up on Grand Avenue, which is the main street. Something tricky about filming in these smaller towns is that the main street tends to be also truly a main street, which means a lot of traffic. And it's very impressive how many services are available to people in the small town of Paonia. Like, I think there are at least 2 local bookshops. This is one of them, Paonia Books, very explanatory about what it is and where it is. And there are also multiple clothing thrift shops, like right here, Indigo Autumn. Now here's a place I really wished I could have been able to check out, Blue Sage. During the summertime, they have concerts, free concerts, every Friday. Which includes today, but unfortunately it's starting later than I want to be in town. I really try and get to my next stop before sundown, because finding parking can be kind of tricky sometimes. Here we go, another clothing shop. It really is impressive for such a small town what they have here. You know, it's not the big flashy stuff, but it's cool stuff. A lot of culture in such a small area. Here's another gallery. Something about this bike just doesn't quite seem right. And right here you see is the town center. And I saw a little cool thing right here. What this is behind me is a Masonic cornerstone. And what that is when a building, most often a public building, schools, town halls like this, they often bring in the Grand Lodge of Freemasonry of their respective state where it's going in to come and lay a cornerstone. And there's a little ceremony that is done, and it's just a cool little public service that the Freemasons do. Next, we're coming up on one of the hardware stores. This is the local hardware store. There's also I can't remember if it's an Ace or a True Value hardware store, but this is the local one. So if you want to support your local hardware store, then there you go. Now here is another place that was recommended to me, but I'm unfortunately not going to be able to try out. This is Louie's Pizzeria. And people really rave about that place. I wish I could try it, but just not in the cards today. There goes someone blowing through a stopwalk. Good for him. And then here is the movie theater. I'll roll back and show a better view of it from the other side of the street. I'm not sure how many screens there are. Maybe 2 or 3, I would assume. And by the way, me and my friends did go and see the Barbie movie, and it had no business being as good as it was. As it is, it was a good movie, but with some edits, I think it could have been not just a good movie, but a great movie. Now here's something that I think is one of the coolest things about this town, is that they actually have a local radio station in a town this small. They play the music. They have the broadcast live outside, and I've sat down on that bench a few times to take rests and stuff, and they play a really huge variety. This morning it was jazz. Now it's kind of, I don't know, soft rock, regular rock, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. Really cool for a place this small. It was a good couple days overall. I've been very impressed with Paonia. I really liked it here a lot. This is one of these towns where I could actually see myself living, in a way. If it was just a little bit more lively, it would be in my perfect zone. But anyways, our next stop is Hotchkiss. And that's going to end this series of videos. I'm not sure the next series is going to be. I think I know what's going to be, but I don't want to make any promises. But it should be a good one. But I'm going to end our time here in Paonia. Hope that you enjoyed seeing it as much as I enjoyed filming it. And I will see you guys tomorrow, or maybe even tonight, in Hotchkiss. See you guys.